right. Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to today's live stream. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Aw, thank you guys. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My body reminded me today that it's my birthday. Actually, it was reminding me yesterday when my bones were snapping and cracking and making all kinds of sounds. I was confused for a second. I thought I was playing some music, and no, it wasn't. It wasn't any drums. It was my bones. My back was going boom, 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 and I'm like, oh my god. I think it's about to be my birthday. You know, Getting old is one of those things that you think it's never going to happen to you, right? When I was younger, when I was young and agile, I used to think, oh my God, I wonder what it's like to be old. That's never going to happen to me. Yet here I am today speaking to all of you as an elderly woman. See, this is what it's like to be old. It's been 84 years. It was called The Ship of Dreams, and it was. It really was. Man, man, man. Yeah, my bones definitely remind me that it's that time of the year. But thank you guys so much. I'm very happy to be existing. Thank you, thank you. And happy early birthday to everyone whose birthday is in July, right? The rest of the month. And happy early birthday to anybody whose birthday is in the rest of the year. And of course, happy belated birthday to everybody whose birthday was before yesterday or before today, I should say. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much for for the gifts. Uh, thank you. Yeah. And oh my God, I'm just reading through the chat here. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Thank you, thank you. Dragon Onion, we share the same birthday. Or not even the same birthday. Yours tomorrow, right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay, well, happy early birthday. Emily, thank you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, rocks. We need a poll when NK says fix your marriage. Was she being sarcastic? Was she being a sarcastic bee? Yacht. Or is fix your marriage code for get rid of them? That is such a good poll question. Emily, thank you so much for the suggestion. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely ask it. Yeah, I'll definitely ask it. Was it code for get rid of them? I think it was. Of course, it wasn't fix your actual marriage, right? It was definitely just sarcasm. It was, in my opinion, it was her saying, fix your marriage, Chris, or you can just be with me instead. Right? I think that's definitely the type of sarcasm that I sense from Nicole Kessinger. Yeah, definitely not something that she actually wanted, right? I mean, what kind of mistress is this? Like a marriage counselor, something from the future, like a mistress that ends up taking away your man so that he can end up missing you and going back to you. It's just weird, right? It's just so strange. But yeah, in my experience, right, since I wasn't born yesterday, I don't think that the mistress was actually trying to help the man fix his marriage. So Howard Stern. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. And a special thanks to Shelly, Eric, Tammy. Thank you guys so much for all of the birthday wishes and the birthday donations. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys are so sweet. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this video today. As you guys know, like I said, my bones are making all kinds of different beats, right? Because it's that time. It also doesn't help that I was in two military branches. It really does destroy your body. So I mean, I have another 50 years for me to actually be considered elderly, but my bones are not. My bones have been elderly now for the past maybe 10 years. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much. Here, let's go ahead and get into this video. This video is coming from the Law&Crime Network, one of my favorite channels. I'm going to go ahead and give them a like already, even though I haven't watched the video. That's because they make really, really good content. And this one is called The Family Massacre, The Chris Watts Story. I really just wanted to see what they were reporting on about 4 years ago, right? And it continues talking about Chris Watts's constant lies. I mean, he lies all the time. And so this is really what we're going to be watching today and seeing if there's anything different, anything interesting, or something that we haven't had added to our calendar that may stand out that we can add to it. So yeah, thank you guys. Hey, Deadline Crime. Thank you. Hello, hello. Oh, I saw your email. I'll respond to it. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely excited for a collab. I absolutely believe she said it, but it was a mind game to see what he would say. Oh, yes, 100%. Yes. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and start with a poll? Let's go ahead and start with a poll. Okay. The question was is okay, what was sorry, I'm what was the question? You see, this is how you know that I'm getting up there. I already forgot what the question was, you guys. And I already even had my coffee. See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. This is how I know I'm pushing 100. So ridiculous. All right, what was the question? I completely forgot it already. Okay. Okay, so a poll when NK says fix your marriage, was she being sarcastic? That you know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste your question, Emily. You know, I have the carpal tunnel on my wrists. I may as well just copy and paste it. Oh man. I hope you guys, I'm gonna be making a lot of old people jokes. That's because I just feel old. I just feel old. Oh man. Pull. All right. All right, let's go ahead. Yes. Yeah, Shelly, I'm having a full senior moment already. Oh man. Oh god, this is so funny. You know, the twist is that this studio is not even my apartment or my house. I'm actually in an old folks home. Yeah, they just allow me to use their computers, right? The admin. I'm just like, "Hello. Hey, son, would you allow me to use your computer today?" And they're like, "All right, old lady. Yeah, go ahead." That's after they give me my medication. All right. So when NK says, fix your marriage, Chris. Fix your marriage, Chris. Is she being sarcastic? Is she being sarcastic or is she being truthful? Right? Are we, come on. I mean, do we really think she's being truthful? Or is she being truthful? Right? I mean, again, what kind of mistress is this? Someone should write a book about her. Or is she being truthful? Okay, yes. No. What should the answers be, you guys? Okay. We also can't do all of the above because there's a yes and a no. So you, I guess you would have no inclination. All right, let's go ahead and start with the poll. Yeah, she acts as if she had decency. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, she acts moral. Yeah, she really does. She acts like she has morals or, like she cares about other people and she really doesn't. I mean, come on. Oh, man. Yeah, deadline. What's your question? Yeah, go ahead and submit your questions. I love these polls, you guys. If you guys have poll questions, please go ahead and just drop them in the chat. I don't mind doing all these questions. Remember, one of our poll questions was, "Do you think Chris is stupid?" And some people needed more evidence. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing more evidence. If you guys are having a hard time trying to figure out if he's stupid or not, is he a potato head? Right? You guys need more evidence to figure out if he has a potato-shaped head. I mean, there's different types of potatoes, so I guess it does make sense. There's like the little purple potatoes, there's the pink ones, there's all kinds of different colors. So I guess it does make sense. Not all potatoes are not the same. All right, guys. Feedback. Oh man, I think we know the answer, right? I think it's honestly going to be a straight up, just obvious answer. But sure, yeah, I can definitely. I'll ask that one. Oh man. See, I'm already having a blast. I'm already having so much fun, you guys. We haven't even started the video and I'm already cracking up. Yeah, 100%. Was NK dating another person besides Chris? Leave Jam alone. Huh. Was she dating someone else besides Chris? All right, guys, I'm going to write some of these questions down before I forget. My mind. Yeah, I am elderly after all. It's been 84 years, you guys. Okay. Let's see. What's the other one? Sorry. See, I already forgot the question. My brain isn't braining today. All right. Was NK dating someone else? Someone else. Yeah, right? Was she dating someone else? Do we think that she was kind of half-assed dating or maybe even leading Jim on? Sometimes I think she was. Right? That's why Jim was so infatuated with helping her and the dog. He's always like, "Yeah, let me know when you're out of town. I'll be there for your dog." But I mean, who really knows? Right? Who really knows? All right. Aw, thanks, Anders. Just leave Jim alone, or butt buddy. All right. I would never look at a potato the same. I don't either. Every time I see a potato, I want to put eyes on it. Don't you guys? I want to put those little googly eyes that you get at the dollar store. You kind of just stick them on and it goes. "Ling." Yeah, I've been wanting to do that to all the potatoes, but I get scared because sometimes, I love potatoes for breakfast. I don't want to accidentally make a potato and then I'm eating it and I'm eating eyeballs. That would suck. JJ, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. All right, guys. Well, the poll is up, and then we'll add more questions. I already wrote down deadline. Oh, V-Bug, I have to write yours down, even though it's kind of obvious. uh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. It's only 23 minutes long, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to finish it in 2 hours. Yeah. Remember, guys, I have to get up. I have to get up and stretch my old bones and, do all the other things. I have to drink water. My throat gets really parched. My mouth gets really dry and sticky, and I'm like, so I always have to give myself a break. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. It's called "The Family Massacre: The Chris Watts Story." 4 years ago, but it has a lot of interesting details that are still relevant today.
On Prime Crime.
How is it possible that a woman and 2 kids are just completely gone off the face of the earth?
A family disappears and attention shifts to one man.
I want her back so bad. I want those.
Right, here it is. A family disappears and attention shifts to one man. And there he is. I just want them back. Where they be? I don't know. No inclination I have. Right, he sounds like Yoda, except he's the stupid version. Definitely not the wise Yoda. Yeah, I don't know. The Timu version Yoda.
Those kids back so bad.
No.
Yet will the truth ever be known?
Do we think the truth will ever be known? No, I don't think so. Chris is such a liar. He's been defending Nicole Kessinger from the beginning, and he always will. I don't even think he cares about getting out. All he really cares about is talking to Nicole Kessinger. I think that the thing that keeps him going is the fantasy. He really does think that he still has a chance with her somehow. It's so crazy, right? He's so dumb. Yes, Tiffany. Tiffany is our artist. Okay, you guys. Here, let's go ahead and celebrate Tiffany. Those dolls are the best thing I've ever seen. So let's go ahead and celebrate Tiffany, guys. Tiffany. If you guys haven't done so already, please go ahead and check out the community page and go ahead and check out Tiffany's masterpieces. She made a Chris Watts doll of his potato head and all the cute little lore that we have on the channel. And then she also made a a really funny one of Nicole Kessinger. The only thing is that they're super cute, you know. These two are not. So that's the only thing that it's like, aw. Like I want to hate them, but I can't because they're super cute dolls. But like, these guys is like whatever. But yeah, go ahead and check them out. They're amazing. All right, guys, let's continue.
Every time I see pictures of them, I don't know how this could have happened.
Even that part is ridiculous, right? When he's talking to the investigators and he's like, meh." It's like, dude, you're not even really crying. You're just forcing yourself to sound like someone who has feelings for their children. And he doesn't. I think all of it is an act, it is a performance. He's just pretending because he's weird. I don't know. A lot of people, some people don't think he's a psychopath. I think there's something definitely wrong with his brain. I mean, there has to be, right? How can you do that to your family and then blame it on your wife? That's something weird. Yeah. Good question, Eric. Tiffany, do you take pre-orders? It would be great to make them on a mass scale, right? And then just, have pre-orders for them. Sell them at Walmart right next to the brown bikinis. All right, guys, let's continue. Oh, wait, here, let me go ahead. I'm going to fast forward. There we go.
Dive into the most high-profile and memorable true crime case.
I love this guy. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're going to get into it.
In the early morning hours of August 13th, 2018, a 34-year-old woman named Shanann Watts returns back to her Colorado home after a business trip. Later that day, Shanann and her two girls, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, would be reported missing.
The one thing that Coder says to Chris is, I'm kind of confused as to why you would have this conversation with your wife on the same day that she goes missing. Right? The timeline to him doesn't make sense. He's like, "Yeah, Chris, it just doesn't make sense to me that on the same day that your whole family goes missing, you have this marital discord with your wife." And he's like, "I just fell out of love," is what he says. Oh, God, he's so dumb. And then he says, "Oh, well, for these past 5 weeks, out of sight, out of mind, I completely forgot that they existed," is what he's trying to say. What an absolute buffoon. As if the police wasn't going to find out that he was cheating on his wife and that he had a whole mistress on the side. What an absolute moron. Yeah, I love this photo. They're so adorable. And Shanann is just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what the man saw in the other lady. I mean, come on. But anyway, whatever. Let's continue.
In this case, it was a friend that reported Shanann missing, her friend Nicole. Start to look at the house. Was there any evidence of foul play? Did she take a suitcase with her? Was her vehicle left behind?
Yeah. This entire plan fell through because of Nicole Atkinson. She is who we have to thank. Her son, and neighbor Nate. They're the ones that figured out what was going on in like the first 10 minutes of what was happening, right? They're like, "What is going on? Where is she? Why is her stuff still here?" And Chris is just taking his sweet time trying to get there. He's like, "I don't know. Please leave." Right? He's telling her through the Vivint app. He's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're doing there, but can you go home?" No. No. Where's your wife, Chris? Goodness gracious. All right, let's continue.
And start putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Shanann was married to 33-year-old Chris Watts. At the time of her disappearance,
Yeah, look at his potato-shaped head. If you guys just need another another look.
Shanann was married to 33-year-old Chris Watts.
All right, there it is. Okay. So let's see, where are we at with the poll? Aw, thank you, JJ. Thank you so much. Aw, thank you. Happy birthday from Timmy. Thank you. Aw, let's go ahead and celebrate. Yeah, she is definitely the hero. Okay. Let's go ahead and end this poll and start our next one. And then we'll do the rest of, I wrote them all down. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I wrote down the rest of the questions that we want to ask in our poll here. So we have 77 votes for our last one. When NK says, "Fix your marriage," Chris, is she being sarcastic or is she being truthful? 57% say yes, she's being sarcastic. 29% say no. So no, she's being truthful? Oh my goodness. Wait, what? 29% think she's being truthful? Like, "Oh, Chris, go fix your marriage. That's what I'm here for. I'm your marriage counselor." What was she doing? Trying to convince him that she's worse? Is that is that how she was gonna convince him to stick with his family? "Oh, look at how crazy I am, Chris. Look at how insane and batshit I am. It's better for you to stay with your family because I'm insane." Is that what was going on? 10% say no inclination, and 2% say they need more evidence. Okay. 81 votes we have now. Nice. Okay. All right, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. The next one is going to be it's pretty easy. Pretty easy. Does he have a potato-shaped head? For those of you who need more evidence, is this enough evidence? This is what the inside of his brain looks like. It's the mushy kind. This is his head. Right. So, and this is why I would assume that a lot of people need more evidence is because potatoes come in all kinds of, different shapes, different sizes. Look at these. Yeah. His head doesn't look like this. This is more like a pinhead, right? So his head is more like this kind, the russet. Now we have a name for the potato. He's a russet potato, I guess is what they're called. Then you have the Japanese sweet potato. He's definitely not a sweet potato. He's a bitter one, isn't he? Rotten. He's a rotten tomato. Or potato in this case, right? Potato. He's a rotten potato. All right, I'll leave up this poll for a little bit more. It looks like you guys are still voting. And then I'll add deadline crimes question. Yeah. All right, guys, let's continue.
At the time of her disappearance, the family of 4 was about to get a bit bigger.
We did it again. I just said the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just a test.
That's awesome.
Chris and Shanann had
That's awesome. That was the level of excitement that I saw in Chris Watts. That's awesome. What? He was already cheating on her, wasn't he? At least emotionally, right? He was already talking to Nicole at that point. He definitely was already working with her. He was already flirting with her. People, their coworkers had already seen them in the hallway getting really close, getting really, really comfortable and being like, "Hello, your middle name is Lee? Mine too. Oh my God. I love your head. Oh my goodness. Do you want to rub them together? Maybe we can see the future," or whatever they were doing. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue.
what would be considered a picture perfect marriage. They had a beautiful home. They both had striving careers. They had children, a baby that was on the way.
Look at him. He just doesn't really look like, even looking at his past photos, to me, they look very empty, right? He has, the thing with Chris is that he has this empty look in his eyes. There's nothing behind the eyes. Do we agree? Even early on. I mean, this is when he was supposedly in love with Shanann. I don't see it. I see a man who is going with emotions. He's just going through life as a person that has, I think he thinks that he needs to get married and he has to have a family because that's what people do. But it's not something that he actually wanted to do, right? You just see the emptiness. He's an empty shell of a human being. On the other hand, you see Shanann, right? Shanann, she's got her hand on his stomach here. And Chris just seems very detached. Hannibal Lecter. Hey, Clarice. Right? Yeah, he's definitely very psychopathy, right? Very psychotic looking. I will say he definitely didn't have the russet potato-shaped head here. I wonder what happened. Maybe just time, gravity. Who knows? All right, guys, let's continue.
We would learn, though, that Shanann and Chris's marriage was on the rocks.
We do know that there was some strain in their marriage. There were some issues with his parents and how.
Yep. The issue was coming a lot from his parents, right? That is, That is where a lot of the conflict began. It was because his family did not accept Shanann. So that's where a lot of their conflict started. I believe that that is when Chris Watts started to victimize himself, right, making himself the victim to Shanann or to his family, whichever one, right, whoever he was with at that time, he made himself a victim to the other person. So again, that's just my opinion, but it really does show that all the conflicts really started then. Yeah. Okay. We're at 95 votes. Let's go ahead and end this one here. Oh, look at this. Another one. All right, let's go ahead and end this poll and do the next one. Okay, when NK says fix your marriage, Chris, is she being sarcastic? 62% said yes, that she was being sarcastic. So in a way, she was kind of, I don't know, messing with Chris, right? Kind of like gaslighting him. Is that what we believe? 26% said no, 9% have no inclination, and 3% need more evidence. Okay, let's go ahead and do the next question. The next one was, okay, do we think that Nicole Kessinger was dating someone else? Okay. Yes, no. Okay, and then what should be the other one? Or okay. Let's go ahead and okay, there we go. All right, this is the question. Do we think NK was dating someone else? Leave Jim alone. Yes, no, maybe, or no, she was leading. No, but she was leading them on. Remember, she was talking about dating some people, right? On God, what was the dating app? eHarmony. All right, she's talking about dating other guys on eHarmony, but I think it was just to make Chris jealous, right? I missed some super chats here. Eileen, thank you so much. Thank you. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday, Roxy. Thank you. And then I missed this other one, Smart Survival. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Aw, thank you. Did I miss another one? I don't want to miss any. Okay, there we go. Okay. They just used her for Twister. I definitely agree, Shelly. And I do believe that this is a reason why Nicole was so hell bent on taking Chris from Shanann, because I think that Chris was the only man that had never treated her the way that other men had treated her in the past. I think that she really, really wanted to have the life that Nicole or that Shanann had, and she couldn't have it because she was never able to attract that kind of person, right? Someone that she could have a healthy relationship with. But that's because she's just not a healthy person, right? In my opinion. Yeah. All right. Do we think NK was dating someone else? Leave Jim alone? Yes. No. Maybe so. No, but she was leading them on. Yeah. I'm with the last one here. I'm with no, but she was leading a lot of other people on. I think she was probably just trying to, throw everything out there, just throwing at anything, that sticks at the wall. My buddy Jim. Oh, he's just my buddy. My dad knows him too. All right, let's continue.
How they felt about Shanann. And Shanann had expressed in some text messages to a friend that she felt that his parents were getting in the way.
You start looking at text conversations and seeing that she was dominant.
Yes, she was dominant, right? She was the dominant person in that relationship. She was the dominant partner. I mean, yeah, she's type A, and one of them has to be, right? If Chris is that passive and that laid back that he doesn't care about anything, I mean, well, who's going to take the lead then? I mean, they can't both just be sitting back and not doing anything. She was the one that took the lead in this situation, in this relationship, because he was just like, oh, it's okay. I'm along for the ride. I don't care. You decide. I don't really care. Hot chocolate lover, thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. Happy birthday, Rocks. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and celebrate. Yeah, she was, she was way into Chris Watts. Oh, yes. Or the idea of him, right? It was probably just the idea of him. She is a low vibration person. Yes. Yeah, she was the puppet master. Yeah, God forbid an insecure man meets a strong woman. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Dragon onion. All right. Let's go ahead and continue.
Chris was an introvert. Shanann was an extrovert. Shanann wore the pants in the relationship, and Chris was very passive, didn't like any of the public attention.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Chris tells police
Look at him.
that
God, this is so stupid. I've watched this video 10,000 times, probably 10,001 yesterday. This part is so absolutely stupid, right? His family is missing. And the first thing he does is run up to the police officer and shake his hand. He doesn't even ask questions. He's not like, oh my God, what happened? What are you guys doing here? Where's my family? Right? He's just like, oh, and then goes, looks at Nicole Atkinson, gives her the eye, like, ugh. I can't believe you ratted me out. And then goes straight to the garage and then opens her car. Everything that he was doing from the very first minute was so suspicious. I mean, no one acts like this, right? If you're not guilty of something.
that when he returned from work, Shanann and the girls were gone. It's at this point when Chris's behavior comes into question.
Yeah.
I have no idea like where they went. And it's just earth shattering.
I have no idea, like, where they went. And this is, like, earth shattering. What? Huh? This is the worst freaking acting I've ever seen. He's holding back laughter. Do we notice that? He's trying to hold it back. He's like, what is wrong with you? He looks like he needs to go to the bathroom. Hey, happy birthday. I have so many early birthdays here. Wow. July is it's a pretty it's a pretty busy month, ain't it? Dang. So all of our parents were playing Twister in October? Is that what's going on? They're like, "Oh yeah, after the Halloween party. Let's go. Let's get it in." What? Wow. Yeah, I guess October is just one of those months, right? It's fall, the leaves are changing. Who knows? I guess it's when people get busy. Yeah. Yeah, what's up with the month of October? Aw, Tommy's girl, thank you. Aw, you're so sweet. Thank you. Happy birthday, Rocks. You and your cats. Oh, thank you. Make our rock stars' lives so much better. Thank you for being you. Thank you. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Right. Yeah, like rabbits. Yeah, I guess October is just that month. All right, let's continue.
I don't feel like this is even real right now. It's like a nightmare that I just can't wake up from.
His behavior during the porch interview was really interesting. He vacillates from being really calm verbally to being really fidgety and kind of rocking back and forth.
Yeah, he's calm verbally. We had an emotional conversation, but that's about it. But really, he's going back and forth. He's like, right? He's doing all these weird things with his face. He can't breathe. He's really fidgety the whole time.
That rocking shows the uneasiness.
Bella was going to start kindergarten.
He talks in the past tense about one of his daughters.
Yep.
The way that he talks about his children is as if he's grieving them.
Yep. Except he's not, right? As we know, he's not actually grieving his family at all. He's just, in a way, I mean, he knows that he murdered his family. So he's talking in the past tense because that's where his brain is going, because his brain knows the truth. But I don't think he's grieving them. I think what he's really doing here, he's grieving the fact that he's about to get caught, right? He's grieving that he did all of this and he still hasn't spent time with Nicole Kessinger. What do we think? I think that's really it. He's like, oh my God, it's been 2 days since I got rid of my family and I still haven't been able to hang out with my mistress. This fucking sucks. That is what I feel. That is what I'm sensing from Chris Watts here. What do we think? Do we think he's grieving mostly the fact that he can't hang out with his mistress? He did all of this for her and he can't even see her. He hasn't been able to. I think this is it. He's like, fuck, man. We really had a twister date. And then the next day they were going to go look at apartments together. So of course not, right? Of course he's like, eh. All right, let's go ahead and ask this question. And let's look at, okay, so our question was, do we think NK was dating someone else? Leave Jem alone. 41% say yes. Oh my God, really? Wait, we really think she was dating someone else? Who? Wait, who is she dating? Jim? I don't think she was dating Jim. Well, let's remember too, Jim is a few years older than her, almost 10 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think something like 8 years older than her. I mean, not that age really, even matters, but well, I mean, it does in many cases. But in this sense, right, they're both adults. But the thing is, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I think she may have just been leading him on, but I don't know if she was dating him. But again, that's just my opinion, just based on what I know, about Jim, which is not much. Anyone who would give her attention? Yeah. Okay. And then, yeah, 31% said no, but she was leading them on. That's where I'm leaning more towards. I'm leaning towards no, she wasn't actually dating somebody else, but she was leading them on in case this didn't work out. But, she was definitely trying to make this one work out. Okay, the next question I want to ask is, do we think in this case, right, do we think that Chris was actually feeling some grief, or was he just grieving not being with Nicole Kessinger? So the question is, do we think Chris Watts was grieving not being with NK? Okay. Okay, 3 answers. She used Jim for emotional support. Yes, Scott, yes. I think so too. And I think we can say that with the evidence that we have, right? So the evidence kind of shows that might be the case, right? So, for example, right here, during the time that Chris was not around because he went back to North Carolina, we can see here that she is talking to Jim constantly. Look at that. The blue is Chris, the yellow is Jim. Look, she talks to Chris Watts for a whole 68 minutes, right? Hours on end. But before that, she's calling Jim 40 minutes, 3 minutes here, 9 minutes, 6 minutes there. She talks to Chris, and then the next day she's calling him, and then she talks to Chris, and then she's calling him. So it does look like Jim was, her emotional support buddy. Almost like her emotional support animal. That's pretty messed up, right? It's like she would just call him whenever she needed something from him, and he was constantly there. So that was a good question, True Crime. Or sorry, Deadline Crime. It was a good question to ask that, because the thing is, we don't know, right? But it does seem that she was using other people for emotional support, or maybe for validation, right? I don't know. Okay, let's continue.
Just like, I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad.
Yeah, this is what Nicole Kessinger watched. Okay, she watched this and she was like, no way. There is no way this man is doing this. He's going to throw me under the bus, because look at how stupid he is. I do believe that she was watching him, and that's when she decided, oh, no. This is bad news for me.
He kept repeating, I just want them back. I just want them back. And there was no real plea for their safety. What happened to them? There were no tears. There was no emotion. He came off very cool.
Things get really strange, though, when police arrive. Watts' neighbor shows the officer and Chris himself what his security camera picked up in the early morning hours of the disappearance. The footage never shows Shanann leaving with the girls. Instead, It reveals Chris backing up his truck into the garage and loading it before eventually driving away.
Loading my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs.
Oh my God. Ugh. Is he looking at the list that he wrote down in his notes on his phone? I loaded up. Hold on, give me a second. I wrote it down so that I can remember my script. Where are my notes? Oh, here they are. Okay. I loaded my book bag, my water jug, my book bag, my computers, my wrench set, my socket wrench set, my other set of tools, my other tools, myself, because I'm also a tool. What else did I load up into the truck? He's going down the list, right? He's going down the whole list of things that he supposedly loaded into his car, but he's looking at it. What a fucking idiot. As he's looking away from the from the TV. Oh my God. Everything that this man was doing was so obvious. So obvious that he was the perpetrator.
My book bag, my computers.
Right. The list that NK wrote for him. Right. She's like, Chris, give me your phone. Come on, give me your phone. Here, okay. I got to check your macros first. But then I also have to write the list of things that you need to tell the police that you loaded into your truck here. Your book bag, your pen, your brain, right? She's going down the whole list of things that he needs to remember. Goodness. God, he's so stupid.
Some of the tools that I had from the toolbox. I knew I was going to have to do some pumping unit rubbers today. That's why I was out so far.
That's why I was out
Started
so
coughing.
far. Ugh. His stupidity is painful, isn't it? Like, it hurts my stomach. Doesn't it? It doesn't hurt your guys' stomach? Every time I watch him, I feel so much pain. I'm like, oh, it's just so painful for me.
Offering reasons as to what he was putting in the vehicle, and he was kind of hyper about that.
Maybe there's a lug and everything out there, all the tools that I had to bring in.
It'd be easier to lug everything out there with all the tools I had to bring in. Oh my God. Wow. Over explaining, telling the cops answers that were never even asked, right? He's like, yeah, that's why I was way out there in the morning. No one sent me out there, but that's why I was out there, because I was doing stuff with my tools. Yeah, guy, you were disposing of your family.
He's kind of rocking back and forth. He's fidgety. His hands are
Yeah.
behind his head.
Look at him.
These are obvious signs of discomfort.
Yep.
What else can I do with this?
What else can I do with this? Oh my goodness. As he has his hands on his head, right? He's ready to get arrested. He's like, officer, do you have your handcuffs ready? Yeah, what can I do with this? Can I get a slice of pizza at least before you arrest me? God. I mean, he did get it, though. He did get his slice of pizza and his Diet Mountain Dew.
A person who just lost their wife and children and do not know where they are would be sitting watching that footage with their eyes peeled
Yeah.
to the screen to say, let me see if another car came. Let me see my wife and children walking out of the house after I left. Let me see what else you picked up.
Yeah.
When Chris leaves, listen to what that neighbor had.
Yeah. Anyone whose wife and kids are actually missing are going to want to be watching the TV. And he doesn't do that. He does the complete opposite.
to say.
No.
He doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks. And if he loaded his stuff, why isn't he walking back and forth? But I can't see what he's doing in the back of the truck because he pulled into the garage.
Right.
And he knows my camera's there.
Yep.
He never talks. So
Yeah. See, he knows the camera's there. Nate is telling the police he knows the camera's there. Like, he never talks. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious. Yes. Yes. For someone like Chris, who never ever opened his mouth, he's over here. Yeah, I loaded this. I loaded that other thing. Oh, people were stealing from my car. That's why I moved the truck over there. It's my fault, though. Like, how is he talking so much? He never talks this much. It was all very obvious that he was nervous.
the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
Chris was holding a secret from everyone, something that would add a new layer to this mystery.
Here it is. Right. Exactly. Deadline. Watching that pizza made me want to vomit. Yeah. I mean, he's just, oh God. The thing is that he's chewing on this piece of, bread, with pepperoni and cheese on it as he's staring at the kids that he just murdered. Right? He's just, yummy, yummy. And he's looking at his kids' photos. It's like he has no remorse whatsoever. No remorse. He is, ugh, I think he's a psychopath. Some people will disagree with me, but how do you do that? How do you do that? It's weird.
We're not here to play games. We're not here to do any of that with you. We just want to know what happened.
Stay with us.
Hi, this is Dan Abrams with exciting.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's like commercials or something. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's continue. Oh my goodness, look at this.
She's pregnant as well.
God. She's pregnant as well.
How far along? 14, 15 weeks.
It's August 2018, and
I think that's the worst part of that whole thing is that he doesn't even know. He doesn't even tell the police that Shanann is pregnant until he gets a little clue. Oh, that's right. I forgot. She's also pregnant.
law enforcement are searching for Shanann Watts and her two daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste. The investigation is now focused on Chris Watts, Shanann's husband and the father of the girls.
Yep.
Chris's odd behavior both during media interviews and while watching surveillance footage of himself suspiciously loading his truck on the day of the disappearance makes some wonder, is he hiding something?
Yeah. It doesn't make just some wonder. I think it made most of us wonder, right? I think we're safe to say it made most people wonder what is up with this guy. It's just something that we feel as humans. When someone is not acting right, you can sense it. I think it's part of our survival mechanism to be able to tell who's a danger and who isn't. Another happy birthday from Timmy. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, JJ. Yeah, back in the truck, uploading was a decoy to obscure the true loading going on behind the house over the fence where the sheet was caught on Splinter. Yeah, do we think that, guys? What Creamy Row just said? That it was a decoy. Chris was going back and forth to distract from what was really happening behind the scenes in the house or even behind, like in the backyard. Do we think Chris Watts was great not being with NK? 84% said yes, 7% said no, and 9 said not sure. Okay. All right, I'll leave that one up, and then we'll do the next one. We'll do a fun one.
At one point, Chris is brought in to speak with investigators. While continually denying having any knowledge of what happened, he does agree to a polygraph test.
Oh, what an
Did you
idiot.
physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
The results of that polygraph were not what Watts wanted to hear.
So it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you did not pass, Chris. Okay. I already knew that. Goodness, he is stupid. I think he's just stupid. Deadline. All right, he's just dumb, isn't he? So he's not even a psychopath. He's not a sociopath. He's just really dumb. He just has 2 little brain cells, apparently. Yeah, that's really it. I'm a Leo too. Rawr. Hey, I'm a crazy too. Yeah, it's because we're Leos. Us Leos, we're just crazy. We're just crazy. Yeah, guys, I mean, every Leo has some type of, stereotypical lion tattoo. I think that's the one thing with us Leos. A lot of people just get annoyed with us. Is that we always have something that represents Leo. Look at this. Look at my biceps, Chris. All right, look at this. Yeah, it's a lioness. I think that's how, yeah, you guys, that's how you guys knew that my birthday must have been sometime in the summer, right? All right, guys, let's continue.
Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise. Chris, I know. Stop. It's time.
Obviously, there was a lot going on physiologically with him as he was answering these questions to indicate that he was being deceptive in
Yep.
that moment. he's not a good liar.
Chris
Not at all.
was covering up something that he eventually reveals.
But you weren't here today lying about something else. So we need to talk about that, okay? I cheated on her.
Oh my goodness. Look at how quickly he admits to that. I cheated on her. I hurt her. Yeah, I did. I hurt her emotionally, but that's about it. Oh, he thought that he was going to get away with it just because he said, "Oh, I cheated on her." He thought that he could confuse or trick the police into thinking that the only reason he failed his polygraph is because he lied about cheating. That's not how polygraphs work. God, he's such a moron.
Thank you so much for coming out here with me, Christopher. I am having a wonderful time. You mean a lot to me.
The month prior to Shanann and the girls vanishing, Chris began a secret affair
There
with
we go, the
Nicole
potato head.
Kessinger,
Look at that. Potato head. The twin flames. Oh my goodness. How he can take these photos and just be out and pretend like his family doesn't exist is beyond me. It's so strange. I still can't believe this case. It is so weird.
woman he met through work.
The affair between Chris Watts and Nikki Kessinger was very quick. He ended up being kind of like a lovesick puppy. They had a highly sexual relationship, and it was all consuming for Chris.
She accused me of it. I denied it. I cheated on her, and I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant.
Oh my God. Look at this. I cheated on her. I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant. And it's like he's reading from a script. Right? It's like he's reading something. He's remembering. Oh, that's right. I need to tell him. I feel horrible about it. I cheated on her. I didn't mean to. I did hurt her, but it was only emotionally. I never wanted to cheat on her, but I did. What? He's so monotone. He's like a robot. If you like pina coladas, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Chris Watts' voice cracked from throat clenching, nervous. Yes. Yes. Yeah, he goes, yeah, he really does. He's definitely something else. All right, let's continue.
And Scott felt a little better. Absolutely. I mean, that's God's honest truth.
Despite Chris coming clean on the affair, Agents Coder and Lee still don't have an answer as to the whereabouts of Shanann and the girls.
Well, yeah.
And they believe
Where are they?
Chris knows more than he's saying.
How is it possible that a woman and two kids are just completely gone off the face of the earth? I promise you, I have nothing on my hands.
Oh my God. I promise you, I have nothing on my hands, says the family annihilator that murdered his family with his hands. He gives himself away constantly. Again, it hurts me. It hurts my stomach. Yeah, it's like he was faking emotion, just what he learned from others. Yeah, he was. He was taking on what other people would do. It's like he learned human behavior from watching, but not really from feeling. Like he doesn't have natural empathy nor sympathy for others. It's just he's like a like a clone of something. I don't even know. God, what's that movie Westworld? Have you guys seen that? Or not the movie, the show, the TV show on HBO, Westworld. He's like a host, right? It's almost like he wasn't even programmed. It's just like he just learns from watching people, and then he pretends to be as close to a human as possible. He's like a host from Westworld. It's the best way that I can describe his personality. He's empty. He's an empty human being.
Police were using an investigative tool called the John Reed technique. Initially, what they did is they attempted to be his friend. They came off very soft. They start offering him positive reinforcement.
You're this great guy. I'm not just telling you that, okay? We're confused as to why you're not taking care of your beautiful children. I don't know where they're at.
The minute a person starts to deny, what they did, the police and investigator want to cut it off right away.
These are your baby girls, and you have not shed one tear over them not being around.
I love those girls. I would never do any of this because I have...
Look at this. He says, I love those girls. I would never do any just because I haven't shed a tear. And then he goes, look, Tammy, I'm shedding a tear now. This is exactly what Deadline Crime just said. He watches other people and then he's like, "Oh, that's right. You're hinting at me, so this is my cue to cry." Yeah, because Tammy had to tell him, "Hey, the reason we don't believe you is because you're not acting like you're missing your family. You should cry." And then he's like, "Oh, got it, boss." And then he starts crying. Oh my God. He's so bad. See, the thing is, even actors don't do this, right? Actors already know their lines, they already know the cue, but he needs it to be shoved in his face. He needs Tammy to tell him, "Chris, cry." Oh, that's right. Goodness gracious. He's so ridiculous.
I haven't shed a tear.
Dude,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. Is that weird?
Then
Sniffles, just because I haven't shed a tear. I cannot with this guy. He's so. Oh, God, Chris Watts.
And what happens is you kind of offer a how and why, like, why did this happen? How did this happen? Kind of give them an out.
Chris, did Shanann do something to them?
No, I don't know.
I'm curious.
I have no clue.
I have no clue.
And it's that line of questioning that leads into
Isn't he doing it like very childlike, right? I don't know. I have no clue. Very, very childlike. He doesn't know how to lie. He's only been lying to people that believe him, not people that don't believe him. So he doesn't know how to lie in a way that he sounds believable. So then he does this weird like it's like, dude, you just sound like an animal that's just been hit by a car or something. Like, oh my goodness. Oh man, that kind of just took me back. I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh yeah. It's been a month, you guys. Anyway, let's continue.
the next stage of this interview. When we return, Chris's father speaks with his son, and the truth finally begins to come out.
Oh, please, Chris. It's only horrible because he just got caught. That's why it's horrible for him. It's horrible because he's like, oh, I did all of this for nothing. I didn't even get to see my mistress anymore. Goodness. I don't know how anybody feels sorry for him. Who feels sorry for him? Yes, mirroring. Yeah. I know, Britt. I know. Sometimes I make jokes and then it just comes to me and I'm like, oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Doing a lot better though. Doing a lot better. My scar is also healing. Slowly but surely. I think it's still healing, right? Or I don't know. Is it fully healed now? I think I'm just going to end up with a scar on my forehead. It's okay. It's okay. It would be better if I had, wizard powers at least, right? If I was like Harry Potter, right? That would be great. Anyway, let's continue.
I was holding back from last night. That's when you feel today.
That's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
It's August 15th, 2018 in Colorado. Chris Watts is telling authorities he has no idea what happened to his missing wife Shanann and his two daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, who disappeared 2 days earlier.
Ugh.
In fact, at the time, Shanann was pregnant with the couple's son.
Look at how
Nico.
beautiful she is. Look at how beautiful she is. And this is why I think Nicole Kessinger was so jealous of her.
Chris keeps denying having any involvement in the disappearance, despite failing a polygraph test and admitting to having an extramarital affair. At one point in his interview with investigators, Chris's father, Ronnie, is brought in to speak with his son.
Anything else you want to tell me? What's going on? Or what happened or anything? Or you know anything about?
Oh, look, there's some subtitles in this one. I wish we would have watched this one instead. Right, so that's what he said. So we just heard, but this is what was being said.
And when we had that conversation that morning, it was emotional. It was told her about separation and everything like that. Mm-hmm.
It was emotional.
I think
he
bringing
says.
his father in to talk to him was extremely smart on the investigator's part. They were right there at the edge. Now you want to offer that person a sense of comfort.
I don't want to protect her. You don't want to protect her.
Oh, scumbag.
She hurt him. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Every time I watch this part, it just, it just infuriates me when he says, "I don't wanna protect her." How dare he even say that? How dare he even blame his wife? Ugh.
Chris shocks his father by claiming that after getting into an emotional fight with Shanann, she murdered their children.
Oh my god. He says he smothered them or choked them. Yeah. So then he admitted, right? He admitted that he had smothered them, and then he says, "Oh, maybe she choked them." Hmm.
When I was downstairs, they came back up and they were gone.
See?
Talking about separation and everything about maybe she lost it.
Ugh.
He then says he killed her in a fit of rage.
Goodness
I don't
gracious.
know, like, what else to say? Like, I freaked out.
I freaked out and I did the same thing to her. What an absolutely ridiculous lie, isn't it? So ridiculous. Who? No, 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 no. People don't do that.
Those are my kids.
Chris explains
That's
that
my
after
kids.
killing Shanann, he then decided to transport the bodies to a site near his workplace, where he proceeded to bury Shanann in a grave and disposed of his daughters in oil tanks.
I didn't know what else to do.
I know.
I didn't know what else to do. I
Oh.
was so scared.
I know.
I was so scared, he says. The audacity. The audacity of this man to say that he was the one who was scared. What about his children? What about Bella? Bella was scared. He is scared? Come on. Oh my God. If you've ever wondered what it would feel like to just like smack him in the back of the head, just grab a potato, put little eyeballs on it, and then go. It will give you the same satisfaction. I've tried it. It doesn't give me satisfaction. I was joking. It does not. But hey, you can pretend. Use your imagination. Sometimes it works.
We hear of moms that kill their kids. Usually, what precipitates that is some kind of psychotic break,
Right.
some extreme substance use,
Yep.
or postpartum.
Or postpartum.
And none of these
100%. Yes, yes, yes. Usually, yeah, when women murder their children, it's usually some type of psychotic break or substance abuse or postpartum depression, similar to what happened to Andrea Yates, right? Women don't usually just snap and murder people, right? That is not, and this is research based, right? This is not opinion. This is based on years and years of research, worldwide research. Women don't just tend to snap and murder their kids unless they have some psychological issues. It's been something that has been ongoing, or there is a very clear pattern of abuse. But they don't, women don't really just tend to snap and be like, "Oh my God, you're cheating on me. I'm going to murder my children." No, that doesn't really happen. And so when you hear a story like this, you do have to be skeptical and think about, well, what is the likelihood of this happening? Is it more likely that he murdered his family because he was cheating on her? Or is it likely that she murdered her children and that he choked her out? That's just not likely. It just doesn't really happen.
these are the case with Shanann. This story is not believable at all. It's really convenient for him. Most people would call the police, not kill their spouse and hide all of the bodies and try to pretend this never happened.
Exactly. Most people would just call the police instead of hiding their bodies and pretending like it never happened.
It's some of it's hard to believe that your wife did it, right? You can imagine that. Okay.
The bodies of Shanann, Bella, and Celeste would be found by law enforcement at the work site.
Chris Watts stuffed his girls in these oil drums that were, 8 inches across. How could somebody do something so horrific to their own family? You really have to detach yourself and depersonalize and dehumanize the people that you're tossing away because you have to see them as garbage.
Ultimately, authorities didn't believe Chris's version of events, and he would be charged with murdering all 3 members of his family.
He is so evil. Look at him. He's evil. And this is the whole point of this live stream, is just because he didn't display any type of dangerous traits or anything that would make us think that he was abusive or violent of any kind doesn't mean that he's not capable of murdering his family. He is the worst and the scariest type of killer, the coward. If we look at most family annihilators, they're cowards, right? Look at Chris Coleman. Why did he murder his wife and his 2 sons? Because he's a coward. He's a fucking coward. That's why he murdered them, because he didn't want to get caught up and get fired from his job as a security guard for the televangelist, the lady that he was, security guard for. He didn't want to get fired from his, cushy job. He was making over 100K, and he thought, oh, if I get caught up in this, I'm going to get kicked out of my security detail. Like, what? Really? He murdered his family because he didn't want to, show the monster that he really was. Same with Scott Peterson, another coward. Rather than just breaking it off, right? Divorcing Lacey and not wanting to take care of his kid, he murdered them because he's a coward. The thing is, when it comes to these killers, they're cowards, and they're the worst kind, because you don't even know that they are monsters deep inside. They seem like normal people, and they seem normal. They're quiet. We think that just because they're quiet and introverted, they're not going to do anything. Oh, no, 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 no. I think they're the worst kind because they internalize everything. And then whenever the opportunity arises, that is when they show their true colors. And they're able to do so because people think that they're quiet and normal. And so I think that it is just scarier. I'd rather someone show me their true self, because then I know, oh, I need to stay away from you, than someone to pretend to be kind and gentle and shy and all this, when in reality they're internalizing everything they fucking hate about me, and then they're gonna try and kill me later, right? Like, that's just way scarier to me. I don't know. Yeah, these type of people, the ones that hide themselves, are the worst kind of monster, in my opinion. Again, you guys don't have to agree, but I'd rather someone just show me. If you're violent and crazy, at least I know, okay, I need to stay the fuck away from you, right?
Instead of fighting the case, Chris pleaded guilty to all charges. As part of that plea deal, the government agreed to take the death penalty off the table.
Being in front of people, having cameras, and rehashing his bad deeds, I think he wanted to save face and just have it go away as quickly as possible.
Yep. He just wanted to save face. Yeah, Scott Peterson is terrifying. God, yes, he is. That guy is terrifying. So is Chris Coleman. Do you guys know about Chris Coleman? He was the first. Before Chris, he also murdered his wife and his 2 kids. The way he went about it, too, is so gruesome. He has zero respect for his children, his own sons. He's so gross. Another one, right? Another man that desecrated the bodies of his family. He also got what he deserved. He's in prison now. Aren't they friends? Aren't the 2 Chris's aren't they in the same prison? Aren't they? I think they are. Can you imagine? They're best buddies now. Ugh. Okay, where is he? Where is Chris Coleman at? I think he is serving time, and oh, he is. Look at that. Wait. Oh, he got moved? He was transferred out of state. Oh, no. Yeah, so they are together. Look at this. Check this out. Check this out. Look at that. Chris Coleman serving 3 consecutive life sentences, the POS, which is what he deserves, without the possibility of parole. He is being housed in Dodge, right? He's at Dodge Correctional Facility, the same place that Chris Watts is at. So both family annihilators, 2 Chris's, are sharing the same roof. Scumbags.
But God only knows what happened that night. Life will never be the same without Shannon, Bella, and Celeste and Nico. I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. Ugh. And they also trusted you. You disgust me.
This is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen.
Chris Watts was sentenced to 5 life terms in prison without the possibility of parole. This is only half.
Wow, the walk of shame. How embarrassing. Ugh. No shame. Look, everyone's staring at the monster and he's just walking like, ugh. Someone should have thrown a tomato at him. Right? Throw a tomato at him.
Of the Chris Watts story. Up next, there's so much more.
Ugh.
Couldn't I
Look. Couldn't I have like
have, like, saved my girl's life? Couldn't I have done something? Why did I do it? I don't know.
he says the dumbest things. Couldn't I have saved my girl's life? Why did I do this? I don't know. All right. He knows. He knows. He absolutely knows. He doesn't want to say it. Right? Of course he doesn't want to say it. Because he would have to admit that he murdered his family for lust.
To murdering his pregnant wife Shanann and their young daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste. He also confessed to disposing of their bodies in horrific ways, his wife thrown in a shallow grave and his girls dumped in oil tankers. The story, though, isn't over. In prison, Watts agreed to speak with authorities once again. However, this time, he divulged new, disturbing details of the killings.
Yeah, he did, but he also lied a lot. He divulged a lot more information, but he also didn't, right? He said a lot of things that it just makes me wonder, is he lying? Is he doing this for attention? Is he trying to get sympathy or pity from the police? As we know, recently he's been trying to get out of prison. And he's using how the police treated him and how they tricked him. Oh, they gaslit me. I want to get out of prison. Right? He's using all kinds of ridiculous excuses to get out of prison now. He's saying, oh, the cops, they tricked me. Please. Come on. Really?
I just wish I could have let go.
Did it seem like it was that long, 2 or 4 minutes?
I felt like it was longer almost because it felt like time was standing still. Like a snap, something hung out.
There it is, right? Again, I don't know. Who says this a lot? We know someone else that says, I don't know, I don't remember, kind of, sort of, maybe, I don't really know, perhaps, right? Who else says this? Nicole Kessinger. She says, I don't know, I don't remember all the time. All the time. Poll question. Yeah, do we want to have another poll? Let's do another poll. Yeah, Roxy's full of shit. Yes, he is. Okay, we have 125 votes. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for voting. Do we think Chris Watts was grieving not being with NK? 85%. We think yes, that's what he was really grieving, not his family. 7% say no, and 8% say not sure. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, kind of, sort of. Was NK getting paid from some rehab? Okay, let's go ahead and do a poll. Okay, do we want to do it? It's about the questioning, right? So Chris is lying. He's constantly lying. Okay, this is the one. I want to ask this question because I think we are still kind of split on whether we think that Chris killed his girls or if it was Nicole Kessinger. Because this interview that he gave the police is very wishy-washy, right? He says things and then he contradicts himself. And so I know that, some people believe that it was Nicole Kessinger. Especially because when he's being told about Bella and the injuries that she had, he seemed confused. He's like, wait, what? She bit her what? He's kind of asking stupid questions. I think he's just a liar. And, like Julia just said, he's a pathetic man. But who knows? Is he lying? Is he protecting Nicole Kessinger? What do we think? Okay, so the question is going to be, lying to protect NK. Okay, I just want to see where we're at, right? I think we've asked this question in the past, but I want to see if we're still kind of in the same ballpark, like of what we think. Okay, so is he lying to protect Nicole Kessinger? Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, and then the other one's going to be no. Okay, and then the other one is going to be okay. Let's go ahead and do this poll. Okay, so I added different options here because either yes because she did it or yes because he still loves her, right? So the last one is mostly yes, he's protecting her because he loves her, but she still planned it. Okay, so the first one is she did it, and the last one is yes, she planned it, but he still wants to protect her. If that makes sense, I just couldn't write it all because, as we know, it limits me on the characters. So yeah, so is Potato Head lying to protect NK because she did the kids? Yes, because she did it. No, he's not protecting her at all. He did everything, so he doesn't want to protect her. Not sure, right? We don't really know. Or yes, he's protecting her because he loves her and he doesn't want her, under the bus. Yes, yeah. Oh my God, yes, deadline. Yeah, Dahmer was killed in the same way he killed the first victim with a barbell. Yeah, right. Yeah, poetic justice, isn't it? All right, let's go ahead and yeah, let's continue.
He chose to kill Shanann by strangulation. And this shows the anger and rage that he was experiencing in the moment.
Personal.
It makes me believe that there was probably some big fight that occurred right before this. And it's also incredibly personal. I don't think he experiences any regret with Shanann.
Yeah, it's definitely very personal. To strangle someone, right? To snuff their life out with your bare hands and seeing the life leave their bodies is very personal. I'm sure it makes you feel very powerful, right? That's what's happening with a lot of these family annihilators. Chris Coleman, Chris Watts, what's the other guy? Scott Peterson, is that they want to feel powerful. I think because they are such cowards and because they, especially with Chris, because he felt that his whole life had been, controlled and managed by the women around him. I feel like strangling Shanann was him taking his power back. But of course, he did it. He did it when she was asleep. In my belief, right? My opinion is he did it when she was asleep. So in a way, he was still getting his power back, but in a very cowardly way. He waited until she was asleep, either that or drugged, or he took her by surprise, right? So it's still very cowardly in a way that she couldn't fight him back. Goodness gracious, he's such a weak and pathetic man. Oh my goodness, the worst kind.
So what happened next? What you said? What'd you tell me?
Watts explains that after killing Shanann, he loaded her body in his car, along with strapping in his girls, who just sat there with the corpse of their mother. Watts then proceeded to drive out to the dump site, where he claims he then murdered the girls.
CC was hers. I put the blanket over her head, strangled her right there in the back seat.
Okay. And then went down to Bella. Tell me what happened there.
For us, yes. It was the same thing, the exact same thing that happened to me as CC. I don't know if I just said yes, like a horrible person.
What a fucking monster. I don't know if I said yes like a horrible person. He doesn't remember? Imagine. Oh, no, I don't want to imagine it. Never mind. Let's go ahead and continue. I can't deal with this part. Because what if this is so brutal. Your child is asking you, is the same thing going to happen to me? And he doesn't even remember if he told her, oh, yes, it is. Or he just smothered her. Oh, my God.
Person, or if I just put that blanket over her too and did the same thing.
But before Chris killed Bella, he claims she said one last thing.
She said, no, Daddy. Like every time I closed my eyes, I just hear her say, Daddy, no, and that was it. I hear that every day.
Oh, shut up, Chris. Ugh, shut up. I hear that every day. I bet he doesn't. If he were truthful about that, oh, he hears that every day, then that means that he has remorse or that he has some type of feeling. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it was bullshit. What do we think? This is going to be the next question. Do we believe him when he says I hear it every day, or is he just trying to gain sympathy from the cops, the people that are there because he still thinks he can get out? I don't think he actually hears this every day. You know what I think? I think that he thinks about Nicole Kessinger every day. I don't think he thinks about his children. Everything that he has, including the photos of his family in his cell, I think that that's all for show. It's just a performance because he thinks that he can get out on good behavior or some bullshit. Something. I think it's all for him because he's selfish. Ugh. Yeah, if he was remorseful, he wouldn't be looking at a new wife. Yeah. Yes. Great point. Jay writing. Yeah. If he was remorseful, he wouldn't be all like, oh my God, I'm so lonely. I need a new wife. Idiot. He had a wife and he would have had 3 kids. Now he's lonely because he murdered his family. And now he's regretful. Oh, no. I don't believe it. He's acting. He's definitely acting. Yeah, yeah. He wants brownie points. Yes, exactly. I think he hears it every day, but he likes his new life better. Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, he definitely likes his new life better. I mean, he doesn't have any more responsibilities. He's not being told what to do by his wife anymore. So he definitely prefers that. And he's clinging on to hope that he'll still talk to Nicole Kessinger. I think that's what really drives him to, keep going. But anyway, let's continue.
Different with the kids. He chose to smother Bella and Celeste. He is covering their faces. He doesn't see them take their last breaths. There was a bit of him that didn't want this to happen, that they were essentially collateral damage and witnesses to what had happened to Shanann, and he needed to remove them.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I don't agree that the reason that he murdered his children was because they were witnesses. The plan was to murder the whole family, not because they were witnesses. If he wasn't just trying to murder Shanann, Nicole Kessinger didn't want to be a stepmom. Nicole Kessinger didn't want to have to deal with his kids or his past or have to accept that he even had a life before her. So I really don't agree with the belief that he murdered his children only because they were collateral damage. No, they were part of the plan. For this plan to work, for Chris and Nicole Kessinger to run off into the sunset together, everyone had to be gone. You can't just have your kids because it's the same thing. It means that you can't go to Bandimere Speedway and the sand dunes and you can't go out to, your little, events because you have 2 kids. And I think that Nicole Kessinger didn't want that, right? Again, this is just my opinion. But from what I've seen, everything that I've, looked through Nicole Kessinger, I don't get the vibes that she wanted to be a stepmom. Come on, really? I mean, she's saying, oh, I want to teach the girls how to plant invasive weeds. But that doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me that she actually wants to be a stepmom. That's just BS. Again, right? Just more BS. Yeah, exactly. Jay writing, yeah. NK didn't want to be reminded of Shanann, especially if they looked like her. Yeah. Or I think even especially if they looked like him. I think that's probably more closer to the truth. If she looked at the kids and then saw, oh my God, these kids look just like Chris, and then those kids reminded her of Shanann, I don't think she would have been happy with that at all. Remember, I believe she's the one that wanted to give Chris a son because that is something that Chris had never experienced before. So that would have been really hard for her if she also had to deal with kids from his previous marriage. This is why I don't think that Chris even had the opportunity to get divorced, because it would have been the same thing. Chris would have had to share his time with Nicole and his previous family. He would have had to continue seeing Shanann, hanging out with her, meeting her every weekend to switch off the kids, right? This is the thing that Nicole didn't want, right? That is what she didn't want. She didn't want that past to follow her and him into their future. So I don't think so. I wholeheartedly disagree with the statement that was just made. But you guys let me know. You guys are free to disagree. I don't think so. There's no way. There's no way. They were not collateral damage. They were part of the plan. Yeah, what do we think? Actually, that's a good question. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and ask this question. Okay, the last one was, is Potato Head lying to protect NK because she did the kids? Yes, because she did it. Oh my God, half. Half of you guys believe that she did it. Oh, wow. Yes, because he loves her, 19%. I'm more leaning toward yes because he loves her. What he believes love is. I don't think he really loves her because I don't think he knows what love feels like, real true love. But I think that he loves her in what he believes love is. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other question, which I already forgot because my brain is getting a little old. What was the question? Oh my God, I already forgot. Fuck. Please, someone remind me. I mean, it also doesn't help that I have ADHD and I continue to just divert from the topic. Oh man. Oh, there we go. I remember the question. Do we think NK wanted to be a stepmom? That was the question. Okay, do we think NK wanted to be a stepmom? Yes. Okay. All right, and then let's see here. Okay, just 3 options. 3 options. Or actually, let's do a 4th option. Let's see. Yes, but not. Okay. Okay, I had 4 options. The question is, do we think NK wanted to be a stepmom? Yes, she couldn't wait. Oh my God, I can't wait. Oh, have you seen the Unicorn Lucky Charms, Chris? No, not at all. No inclination. Or yes, but she didn't want to spend too much time with them. The last one is yes, but not spend too much time with them. Like, yeah, she was okay with being a stepmom, but as long as they stay over there and she doesn't have to deal with them. That is the 4th option. Yeah, stepmom out of spite. Right. Yeah, she couldn't wait. Who is the 3%? Nicole Kessinger, isn't it? Nicole, have you subscribed to my channel, please? If you're going to be actively, voting in my polls, at least subscribe. Give me a like. Share. Yeah, Nicole is voting from her 2 or 3 different accounts. One of the accounts is called Leave Jim Alone. Imagine. Oh, man. All right, let's continue.
Every time I see pictures of it, I don't know how this could have happened.
Chris's account in this interview is a long way from what he originally told investigators. The question is Chris now telling the truth?
Here's the thing that I found most peculiar. He was on top of her, having this heated discussion.
She kind of rolled over and I was just like right there on top of her.
Okay. And then you're talking while you're on top of her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That seems confusing to me.
You're in the midst of a breakup.
Yeah. Coder is like, that seems confusing to me. What do you mean you're talking to her while you're on top of her? Very strange. Very, very strange. It's me. Okay. Okay, deadline. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, we have a lot of inside jokes here. Right? Yeah, we just have a lot of inside jokes. So if it is you, please don't take offense to it. We just, we have some trolls on the channel sometimes. I'm not saying you're a troll, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't take it to offense. Sometimes, the questions are just so obvious and it will still get some yes or no's. And I'm like, huh, who is this? Is this Nicole? Or her cousin. Sometimes it's your cousin. All right, let's continue.
And he said, "This is when I told her I didn't love her. You wouldn't be straddling your wife. My gut, it was premeditated."
Making this all the more complicated, while behind bars, Watts began a correspondence with an author. In a series of letters, Watts seems to change the story once more. What seemed like an unplanned killing of his daughters now appears to be premeditated, as he writes in one note, "August 12th, when I finished putting the girls to bed, I walked away and said, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it."
I don't believe that he ever.
Yeah, he knew. Here, let's go ahead and rewind that a little bit. There it is. Okay. See, he knew. He knew he was going to murder his children. Or so that someone would, right? Somebody was going to annihilate his whole family, because he said that he knew the night before he was tucking his girls into bed that was the last time that he was going to be doing that. So he already knew. Yeah. I think a part of him was like, damn, I guess my life is about to change. I don't think that he actually felt any, feelings though. I think he was already pulling himself away, especially when we see him in North Carolina, the way that he's interacting with his kids. He seems very detached. And I think that part of it, and part of why this plan worked out, is because he was very successfully able to detach himself, because Shanann was gone for 6 weeks, right? For 5 to 6 weeks. And during this time, Nicole Kessinger took the opportunity, and she really took advantage of Shanann being out of town to take him to these elaborate dates, right? She took him on all kinds of dates every single weekend. So he was already detached, right? Out of sight, out of mind. And by the time that he was tucking his girls into bed, he already had seen them as obstacles, right? He was seeing them as obstacles. They were no longer his children. He didn't love them anymore. Or I don't believe he ever did. But he really only saw them as obstacles to what he wanted in his life, which is Nicole Kessinger. He was entitled to it. He really, really felt entitled to a new life. Goodness gracious, what a scum.
Said, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it.
I don't believe that he ever intended to just kill her and have his kids afterwards, because he separated his life in two boxes. He had this new life of getting an Audi, looking for a new place with a new woman, having that sense of freedom. And once he had a taste of that, I think that was the point of no return for him.
I think that this was an impulsive act that was not premeditated. And I think that these letters are an additional attempt to gain some sympathy and even empathy from people.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, so we have two different people, and she really believes that this was impulsive. Wow. Has she seen the calendar? Maybe she hasn't seen the calendar. Okay, let's see. Yeah, when we pull up the calendar, it's very clearly premeditated. This was not impulsive at all. At all. I mean, of course, she's entitled to her opinion, but where's she getting her opinion from? Because, I mean, everything shows that it was premeditated. What about this letter? The to whom letter, is that not premeditation? That is very clear premeditation. This was an entire week before he murdered his family. He left a letter. If something happens to me, look at my wife. I would never kill them. She did it. Right? It's so very clearly premeditation. Even if we don't want to, we can ignore everything else and say, oh, I don't know, maybe no inclination. But once you start looking at August, all of like every single one of his behaviors were premeditated, right? All of this is premeditated. Him canceling his Facebook, right? Deleting his Facebook, that's premeditation. What else? This photo, right? The doll photo, that's premeditation. He sent this photo to Shanann to try and frame her for the murders that he was going to complete the following week. This is premeditation. This is not impulsivity. Come on, really? This definitely does not look like impulsivity. But anyway, again, she's entitled to her opinion, but I do not agree with her, not at all. Let's continue.
I think that these letters are an additional attempt to gain some sympathy and even empathy from people.
While we can debate if Chris Watts is actually telling the truth, whatever really happened doesn't change the impact of this case.
Yeah, exactly. Deadline. Yeah, he said he was fantasizing the murders for weeks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'd been thinking about it. I mean, how could he not? He was going out on these amazing dates every single weekend. I mean, he was doing things he had never done with Shanann before, right? The Shelby Car Museum, Bandimere Speedway, you have the sand dunes, all of these awesome experiences that he had experienced for the first time. Of course, he was fantasizing getting rid of his family for weeks. For weeks.
Nor what it means.
Back in 2018, I was working in Colorado as a police psychologist.
Eric, the calendar does not lie. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is why we put it in the calendar so that we can see it. Right? Once you put it in this format, you can definitely see the stuff, right? It's like, what in the world? Look at this part. Chris Watts Googles Earth and Moon. He's Googling the distance from the Earth to the moon because he wants to tell Nicole Kessinger how much he loves her. I love you from here to the moon. And then he Googled, is the moon made of cheese? And then he Googled, what kind of cheese? And then he Googled, what is Gouda? No, he didn't, but you guys get it. He's so stupid. He doesn't even know what love feels like. And he's Googling, what does love feel like? I have little butterflies in my stomach. Is that love? Or is that diarrhea? Right? He's wondering what is going on. Were those the empanadas? Should I not have eaten the empanadas? Oh, goodness. Yeah, he Googled his own scrotum. Let's continue.
Just assisting law enforcement in their reactions after investigating this case. And it took a massive psychological toll on the people that were involved. People identified with and were scared of the fact that this could be.
Oh my God. Look at his smile.
Their neighbor, that this seemingly normal, happy family of what you saw on social media was hiding some very big secrets. And this could be the person that lives 3 houses down from you.
I mean, yeah. Why is this so hard for people to believe? I've always, this phenomenon has always, just made me curious. I mean, yes, that's what's so scary about this case is that people are just like Chris Watts, and it could be your neighbor. Like, it's not. Again, right? We've been conditioned to believe that monsters live in dark alleys. No, they don't. No, they don't. Monsters are your coworkers that you think are absolutely normal, right? The guy down the street, your neighbor, you think, oh, he's absolutely normal. And then 4 years later, you end up reading about him murdering his whole family. It's like, no, it's normal, everyday people. Anybody can do this, basically, right? Because the thing is, it is part of dark human nature. And in Chris's case, yeah, he's definitely evil for what he did, but the thing is, I don't believe that he married Shanann so that he can murder her, right? He wasn't thinking about murdering her before he even married her. No, he was put in a very desperate situation that he couldn't escape. And because he's such a coward, he decided to take the easy way out, what he thought would be the easy way out, which would be to annihilate his family and then hide it. Because he didn't want to face the repercussions, right? The consequences of cheating on his wife. So it was just a very desperate thing that he did, right? Desperate times call for desperate measures, and that's what he did. And I think this is why it's really hard for a lot of people to believe that someone like him would do this, but it really isn't. It isn't, because he just did something very desperate and he had no other way out in his mind because he's a coward. And this is why I titled this live stream the thing that I titled it, right? Because he's the most dangerous type of killer, the coward. Because the coward can become a killer when he is, confronted or when he is facing some type of consequence that he doesn't want to face. But anyway, you guys let me know. That's my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. But it's just, to me, it's very interesting that people, they're like, oh no, he could have never done it. Why not? Yeah, he can. Well, he doesn't have to look like Jason Voorhees. He doesn't have to look like Freddy Krueger. No, he's just a normal potato-headed man. They can do these crimes. It's not unbelievable. It really isn't. Didn't Ellie find NK doctor's pharmacy. Really? Huh. Imagine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think I missed another one too earlier. I don't want to miss them. There it is. Darlene, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Are there any recent interviews with his parents or friends or phone calls to Chris? I find it hard to believe that Cindy keeps quiet. That's a good question, Darlene. I don't think that we have any newer ones. Everything that is coming out at, basically, it's all the older stuff. I don't think we have any new calls. And I really, Cindy is keeping quiet because I think she got a lot of backlash because of the things that she was saying about Shanann. So I think it's better for her to just not say anything. But I don't know. If you guys do find new stuff, please, please, please send it my way. Do we think she loved him? I think she downplayed her feelings to the police. Oh, Deadline. Are you talking about NK? NK loving him? I don't know. That is actually a good question. Do we think that Nicole Kessinger really loved him? Like love, or was it just lust? I think it was lust. I don't think it was love at all. I mean, she threw him under the bus right away. She's like, oh, you're going under the bus, bro. I'm saving myself. So, but yeah, that's a good question. We should definitely, I'll ask that question next. Thanks, Deadline. You have a lot of good ones. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Then I'll ask that question.
Chris Watts went from a beloved father and husband to one of America's most infamous killers seemingly overnight. It's a story that is haunting and that is scary. But what is so unsettling about all this is that as he keeps changing the narrative and adding details, the reality is we may never get all the answers that we're looking for. That's all we have for you here on Prime Crime. Leave us your comments on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. Well, that was it. 2024 on Rumble. She downplayed her love. Yeah, let's go ahead and ask this question. 108 votes on our last one. Do we think NK wanted to be a stepmom? Not at all. Not at all. 84% said not at all. 8% said no inclination. Yes, but not spend too much time. And only 2% said, yes, she couldn't wait. She couldn't wait to become a stepmom. Oh, she wants to teach the girls how to plant invasive weeds, and she wanted to show them about the unicorn Lucky Charms. She's gonna wait. Oh, I don't think so. Come on, really. Are you really good? NK, imagine her as a stepmom. She would pawn the kids. She'd be like, "Oh, hold on. This wedding ring was only $10. Pawn the kids, man. Get me a better wedding ring." That's what I believe. But anyway. Okay. Let's go ahead and end this poll. And let's do our very last poll of the day. So the last poll is going to be a question that Deadline posed. So it's going to be, do we think that Nicole Kessinger loved Chris? Okay, that's going to be the question. True love. And what I mean by true love, I mean love. Like when you love someone, you respect them, you respect their boundaries, you support them. You make sure that you do the things for them that will support them in the long run, even deciding to leave them because it's best for them, right? That is true love. And love is something that you work on, and it takes a long time, not only to develop, but also to keep it going, right? True love is when you're with somebody for years and you still love, you still respect them. You still respect their autonomy. It takes a long time. But anyway, is it love? I don't think so. But let's go ahead and ask the question. Do we think that NK truly loved Chris? Yes, it was true love, right? True love, the kind that will last forever. Right? She respected his boundaries. She respected everything about him and wanted to support him in all of his endeavors. That is true love. And then the other one is no. Okay, and then the other one is and then the last one Let's see. What should the last answer be? Okay, here we go. That's the poll question. It is going to be, do we think NK truly loved Chris Watts? Yes, true love. No, it was true lust. Sorta, kinda. And then the last one is no, she was obsessed with Shanann. SR, Shanann. What do we think? Interesting. Look at this. Oh, wow. We're seeing no, it was true lust, and no, she was obsessed with Shanann. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to put this up on the screen here so everybody can see. Yeah, I think it was a combination. I think it was lust, but she was also obsessed with Shanann and having her life. That's what I think. Oh, Lucky, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Lucky says, in October 5th, 2016, there was Denver Broncos 45-day event. Yes, the Children's Colorado Hospital, while Shanann was working there. Also 24-hour gym. On the flyer, there's a picture of NK. Isn't that weird? That's so crazy that there was a flyer with a photo of her. She's the one climbing the ropes, right? Or like that rope wall. Man, thank you for this. Thank you for this, Lucky. Also, how's Roly Poly? Say hello to Roly Poly for me. NK was into the darker side of life. I agree, Gary. I think so too. Yeah. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at with the votes? Do we think that NK truly loved him? Look at this. No, it was true lust. It was lust at first sight. No, she was obsessed with Shanann. Look at this. These are the two that are winning. Chris Watts needed somebody like NK to pull this off. I agree, Lehigh. Aw, that's good. I'm so happy, Lucky. He's doing great. Oh, so cute. Like the little eyeballs. Can we see the flyer online? I believe NK wanted to be a witch. Yeah, she was definitely into all that dark magic stuff. So, yeah, if she wasn't already a witch, she was definitely trying to be one. Very, very desperately. NK tried to convince Chris Watts that she could be better than Shanann. Yeah. Made him believe that he was in control, and he wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. Jay Writing, you were 100%, yeah, accurate. Yeah, she made him believe that he was in control. She made him believe that she listened to him, that she saw him, that she cared about him. All that was BS. She was just love bombing him so that he could fall for it and then murder his family and then choose her instead. I think it was just love bombing. Just more manipulation. Yeah, it was also a game to her. Yeah. Yes, Eric. I agree with that. I think that she enjoyed the power that she had over Chris. I really do think, the type of narcissist that I believe Nicole Kessinger to be, I think that she got a lot of satisfaction knowing that she was able to control a man this way. Remember, this is Nicole Kessinger, the same lady who said that her exes didn't like to go down south. And she's like, oh my God, every man that I meet either has issues or they're with family, right? It seems like she's always complaining about the guys that she's been dating. And so for the first time in her life, she was able to control a man in the way that she has always wanted to. And the man loved crabs. Yeah, he definitely loved seafood. So that's why she loved him so much. Or lusted after him, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, she wanted to win at all costs. Yeah, that's exactly what she wanted. She wanted to win. That's the one thing that she always wanted. Okay, where are we at? True lust. And no, she was obsessed. Definitely a combination. I wish YouTube would give us more, more options.
Yeah, no worries. Deadline. Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I'm glad you had a good time. And thank you for the questions. You had really good questions. Thank you for those. Mhm. Yeah, he loved it so much he didn't care it was going bad. Yes, V-Bug. Yes. Yeah, he loved so much of everything that Nicole Kessinger was showing him. He didn't even care how badly it was going. Yeah, the ex-boyfriend Sean. Yeah. Lots of hurts and affairs for everyone. Yeah, affairs are just so scary. It really makes people do the craziest thing. I don't know. Ugh. Have you guys heard of that other affair? Shit's crazy. The story is so insane. It's on Law and Crime. I've been wanting, I do want to talk about it, so I'll probably make a video on it. But it's the lady that manipulated her boyfriend to annihilate a family because she found out that he was cheating on her with the lady. And the way that she went about manipulating him was convincing him that the woman that he was sleeping with was a cartel member. And then he murdered her, her husband, their 2 kids, and their dog. That's weird. He believed that the woman that he was having an affair with, he really believed that she was a cartel member and that she was after him because his girlfriend convinced him of it. Shit's crazy. It is a wild story, guys. Wild, wild. But yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why it does this. I love seafood. Yeah, I bet an interview with Sean would be very informative. I think so too. Yeah, Shanann took night showers. NK did not. Yeah. Chris Watts is also the villain. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you guys have not seen that. That is a crazy, crazy story. It happened a few years ago, not even that long ago. Yeah, we need to teach kids to use their own brains. Absolutely. Yep, Lobo Medina. It was about both Twister and getting over on Shanann, who she envied. I agree, Lobo. I agree with you 100%. I doubt Sean would want to. Yeah, he would not want to. Remember, all these people, Shanann or Nicole Kessinger asked all of them to delete photos of them, right? She asked everybody to get rid of all of the photos between Nicole and them. So I don't think anybody would want to do that. Yeah, hips, lips, and hot rods. NK only showered on special occasions. Right. Yeah, like 3-player Twister. Right. I mean, that's why it took her 4 hours to Google it, right? She's like, "How do I prepare for this?" Oh, first step, shower. Okay. First step, wash my arse, right? That was I think that's why it took her so long to Google how to prep for backdoor Twister time with 3 players. Oh god. Oh man, it's so funny. Puke. All right, where are we at with the poll? Do we think that what? Parasites can't get wet? Oh my god, you guys are so funny. Lucky, thank you so much for the super chat. My first granddaughter was born 2 days ago. Oh my god, that is so cool. Congrats. Oh, congratulations. Oh, she's a Leo baby. Yay. Well, happy Leo, right? Or happy birth to a new Leo. Oh man, you guys are so funny. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, just a few more minutes here and then we'll end the poll. Oh no, I'm getting visions. I need to bleach my brain now. Oh my god. Step 3 for preparation, rinse the crabs. Oh man. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Creamy Row. Thank you so much. Yeah, of course. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for celebrating it with me. This was fun. It's always fun. I hope NK does read these. I bet she does. I bet she does. Yeah, I think she's one of our more active poll voters, right? I think she's probably the one just sitting there like, oh, is she gonna have a poll up? I want to vote. She's the most anxious. Oh man. All right, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and end the poll now. 95 votes and end. All right. She blocked the drain. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. All right. Well, no, it was true lust. Half of us believe that it was true lust. And then, no, she was also obsessed with Shanann. Look at this 5% out of how many votes? 95. 5% think that, yes, it was true love. Oh, she just loved him so much. It was genuine. Oh, yeah, she was just such a loving person. No, it's okay. I mean, you're entitled to your vote or your opinion and your vote. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, that was it. Thank you guys so much. Let's go ahead and I just want to check out the fan funding. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes. You guys are amazing. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, JJ. Smart Survival. Eileen. Thank you so much. Hot Chocolate Lover. Tommy's Girl. Oh, no, I missed this one. Wait, I thought I hadn't, but okay. If you like pina coladas, thank you so much for the super chat. JJ. If you like pina coladas, again, thank you guys so much. Darlene, thank you. Imagine, thank you. And Lucky, thank you so much. And then let's go ahead and do the others. Oh my goodness. Pat Kennedy, thank you so much for the jewels. Angela, thank you. Missy, Angela. Ballerina, thank you so much. Angela again. Tiger, Angela, Valerie. Miss Cook, oh my goodness, look at all these jewels, you guys. Thank you. Nancy, Tiger, Angela, Farrah Foxtails, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Nix, thank you so much. Soil Blue, thank you. Thank you again, Tiger. Thank you again, Soil Blue. SSF, thank you. Is that how you say the name? Please let me know if I'm butchering it. Is it let me know if it's right. Blink once if it's right. So Blue, thank you so much. And Nancy Trailhawk, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. And thank you guys so much for the incredible birthday wishes. You guys are so great. And of course, belated birthday to everybody who had a birthday earlier in the year. And then happy early birthday to everyone whose birthday is tomorrow. And then every time, for the rest of the year. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. And a special thanks to my moderators. Thank you to my members. And of course, thank you to everybody else. Thank you to my subscribers. And if you like this live stream, please go ahead and like, subscribe, share it, comment, hype it, all the good stuff. Make sure that it gets out there to more people, for more people to watch. So thank you guys so much. All right. Well, this is it. And I'll leave you guys to some ASMR. Which one do you guys want? Here, I'll do one. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys next time.